Hello. Someone's asked me about recording their Korg Triton into their OASYS and how to hook that up. So I'm going to explain that using the Kronos. And anybody with an OASYS or Kronos can follow this because they're very similar. A lot of you ask how I hook these keyboards up, and I'll explain that a little bit. And then lastly, we're going to record this to a file, so external audio and internal audio. And you can take that file and put it on a computer or your internal drive, however you like. As you know, this is a MIDI cable. I have the OASYS MIDI'd out to the Kronos MIDI in. That's that red one there. And then the Kronos is MIDI'd out to the OASYS MIDI in. So I've created a loop so they can talk to each other. Additionally, there is a MIDI through cable, and that goes out to the Virus TI, and that is MIDI through'd into the Deepmind, which is also MIDI through'd into a Fantom over there, over my shoulder, you can see. And all of those sounds can be controlled from the OASYS. So if I go to channel 1, just because that's where I put the channels of these on, I can control the Kronos. Channel 16, there's the Fantom, that old crash sound. 15 is my Virus. And 14 is the Deepmind. I can control it with the MIDI tempo generated from the OASYS. So, let's see. So those two keyboards, you hear it when I switch the tempo around, they follow. And same with the Kronos, because you probably see that on a lot of these Combis, they have their own tempo. And let's zoom out, because I've created this MIDI loop, and I want you to see it. Whenever I change a combi on the OASYS, it's going to change on the Kronos. And if I change a combi on the Kronos, it's going to change on the OASYS. So they are talking to each other. And also my mic runs through this. I don't use a mixer anymore because of all the inputs on the OASYS and Kronos. These are my mixers. And if I take my mic level down, it's pretty clean. So on the Kronos, I've gone into global MIDI, and you make sure the MIDI clock is set to external MIDI, and now the OASYS can control it. Also on the controllers page, I have Karma on off assigned to control change number 4. And that would be my foot pedal. So I have the foot pedal assigned to itself, basically, 4. And I also have the drum track on off via the foot switch. So I can turn Karma on and drum tracks on with just my pedals. Now on the Virus, if I press the configuration button, I can go into my MIDI pages and see what MIDI channel I'm assigned to, and then set my MIDI clock to sync to external. And on the Deepmind, you can press global and change the channel of your sound there. So all of these keyboards have a way for you to set them up to listen to the MIDI generated by the master keyboard. Now, for this recording, I'm going to show you how the Kronos and OASYS are talking to each other. I'm going to just record a few combis. So let's press track 1. Record right. And we're going to record to track 1 all the movements of the Kronos, including Karma on off. All right, so let's play that back. Zoom out again. And let's play it back. It's going through the karma scenes. And then the karma turns off. Or the drum track did anyway. So, playing from the Kronos, the OASYS can record all the scene changes and on-off settings. That's why I have the Kronos MIDI'd out into the OASYS. Let's zoom back in. Now I'm going to switch songs. And I've recorded a couple tracks of the external synths. Yeah, that's on. So I've got the virus making this sound. And the Deepmind's doing this sound. So let's play along with it. I also have an internal sound recorded. So that is, let's go through the tracks. This dreaming sweeper sound on track 2. On track 3, I've got this mega hit, and so those are both internal to the OASYS, so they're going to be mixed with external sounds. Now let's record the Kronos. Go to channel 1, track 1. Okay, I'm going to play the combi on top of these other synths. Those are already tracked. Okay, stop. And now we're going to send that to a file. So, audio in, sampling. I want to save to disk. It's on RAM automatically. And until I put the disk option in, it won't appear here. So, let's disk. And select directory. That's the option I'm looking for. And I'll just go to a file. You can make a directory. I'm going to go to songs. Open. And this, I'm going to call it intro. Okay. Intro 0. And then done. Now, we set the, I don't know if you could see it here. Here, let me pan this over a little bit. The sequencer record and start switches. I have it set so the trigger is sequencer start switch. So the sampler record start stop. So I've engaged those, and it's going to record this wave file as soon as I press the sequencer. So here we go. And stop. So that way you don't have a bunch of silence at the end of your file. So let's go to disc mode and look for that. There it is. So we highlight the intro wave and it'll play. It's now a wave file. So it's there, and you can take utility and you can copy that and send it to other places. So if you want to, you can also select USB. I don't have one hooked up in here right now, but you can record directly to a USB stick and stick that in the computer. So that's a little of that. I hope you guys enjoyed it.